Did you know that it's okay not to be okay? Today I will be discussing mental health. I will be diving into suicide rates, the different generations' mental health, which includes Generation Z, Millennials, and the Greatest Generation, and the increase of therapy goers due to the pandemic, because this year has been so hard for everyone. I know this is a hard topic to talk about, but I believe this is why it's getting so much worse. Everyone is silent. No one's speaking up about it. According to Nature Human Behavior, monthly suicide rates increased by 16% during the second wave, with a larger increase among females, 37%, and children and adolescents all the way up to 49%, Tanica states. Federal survey shows that 40% of Americans are now grappling with at least one mental health problem or drug-related problem. But young adults have been hit harder than any other age group, with 75% struggling, stated by Washington Post. These numbers are alarming, very alarming to me, and they should be to you too. In addition, Washington Post asked young adults if they thought about killing themselves in the past 30 days. 1 in 4 state they had. Now look around. That's 1 in 4 that is in this classroom, or 1 in 4 that is in the grocery store line when you're checking out, or the 1 in 4 in the baseball field. That's a lot of people that are struggling now, and we aren't doing anything about it. And these numbers are only going to get higher and higher until we do something about it. Until we find out that mental health is a big deal in 2021. And we have to truly invest in our mental health. This brings me to my next topic. So, you have Generation Z, Millennials, and the Greatest Generation. Now, today, we are going to compare all these three. Generation Z is known to have the most mental health problems. Saying this, Millennials and the Greatest Generation still have mental health problems on the daily. But my generation, we struggle more greatly. In fact, 42% of Gen Z state they have become more anxious and depressed, and 35% state they have become even more depressed, stated by Forbes. Millennial health continues to decrease day by day. Their depression went to 12%, and then their alcohol and drug disorders went to 7%. Now, if you compare these two numbers, the Gen Z is quite more alarming. And I believe that our Gen Z generation is because of social media. We are all connected on a screen. Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I can go on. But all we have on right now are masks. We don't get to hang out with each other. We are all connected through a phone or a laptop. We are more distanced than ever. Even if we feel like we are connected on the social media aspect, we are so distanced because we don't understand what's going on with everyone right now. All of our mental health is in danger. I believe that our requirements are so extreme. We have all these expectations we have to meet and all these ideas that we have to be brought to. And that's just it's not what we are. And the Greatest Generation, their mental health is not severe at all right now. They believe that the pandemic was just another day. And you may ask yourselves, why is that? Well, you have to think the Greatest Generation dealt with the war. Now, saying this, they had to deal with heartbreaks and heart sheds every day, day by day. And we don't know how to cope with this as much as they do. Our coping is at risk. We don't know how to cope with things with this pandemic, but the Greatest Generation, they know because the wives had to leave and be at the house when their husbands went and fought for the war, and they don't even know if they were going to come home that day. I couldn't imagine that. Lastly, this brings me to my last point. Therapy has become a great source during this mental health. Now, if you think about it, therapy is awesome. You can talk to someone about your problems, and it really helps if you think about it. In my studies, I found that 48% of those polled reported a visit to the mental health professional. That means that 9 out of 10, 91% said they would likely consult a professional help. 91%. I went to therapy 2 years ago, and 91%, that is a lot of people that wants to have help. And that's awesome. But it's also not awesome because that means that 91% of us are struggling so much that we need to talk to someone. And I believe that is, of course, going to come because this year has brought so many different things that none of us have realized that could even happen. At least for me saying. Did you guys know that Kristen Bell battled with a serious bout of depression? Kristen Bell, the actress, the beautiful one, so bright, makes a lot of money, always on the big screen. She herself deals with anxiety and depression, just like all of us do. And I believe that some of us think that, well, she's famous, she makes a lot of money, or she's beautiful. No. Just because she has those characteristics doesn't mean that she struggles on a daily basis. Famous people are just like us, and that means that famous people struggle as well. Another actress that I was very surprised by this outcome, Jim Carrey. He's in the same boat. During the interview, he admitted to being clinically depressed. Jim Carrey is funny. His humor is everywhere on the big screen, and you would never think that this man gets out of that bed and struggles. You would never think. But during his interview, he states that you need to wake up every day with bright ideas and good intentions to take on the day. I believe that it all starts with how you start your day. You have to wake up with bright ideas and good intentions. And you have to say to yourself that you are going to do good today. No matter who gets in your way, you're going to have great ideas and you're going to have good positive vibes. Because without those, you will not have a good day. You have to wake up out of that bed with a smile on your face and telling yourself that you're awesome and you're great and you're going to take on today like a hero. And I just want to tell you guys, if you know or you are struggling with mental health, it is okay to speak up about it. Because I want you to understand that we are not alone and that you are not the only one struggling today. And that 1 in 4 in that classroom woke up feeling unsure and wanted to hurt themselves. 1 in 4. So that means that a lot of people are struggling. In conclusion, depression has taken its toll on everyone this past year. People are turning to drugs and other forms of bad sources for this depression. Although, I believe we need to try to keep our best positive outlook. I know it's easier said than done, but this is how we will promote mental health. We are the future for mental health, and we determine the future. And with these numbers being so alarming, I believe that we all need to come together and fight as one because we deserve to be better to ourselves. And we deserve to be honest. And we deserve to say, it's okay not to be okay. Thank you.